All right, so I'm going to start with the Daily Graphic. On the front page of the Daily Graphic, NHIA pays 367 million Ghana cedis to 4,500 facilities. 2 women jailed 24 years for killing 90-year-old woman. At Flower Hospital, 2 nurses hot. Cash and carry kills president. Ministry approves Pecan Energy's oil field development plan. And that's what we have on the front page of the Daily Graphic.
All right, let's move into the Ghanaian Times. The major story on the front page says MPs unanimously back LGBTQ plus bill, recommend passage of 25-clause bill to proscribe same-sex relationship authors. Ghana-US must stand up against corruption. This is attributed to the U.S. ambassador. NAFSA members spend 2 nights picketing at NAFCO, demand payment of 270 million Ghana cedis owed them. And Ghana to build 1,000 electric vehicle charging stations in 5 years. This is attributed to the Minister of State at the Finance Ministry, Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam. That's some good news there. If we're going to build 1,000 electric vehicle charging stations in 5 years, that means more employment for Ghanaian youth and, of course, easy access to vehicles that are assembled right here in Ghana. So, yeah, that's some good news coming in there on the front page of the Ghanaian Times. There's some stories on the back page as well. Well, it carries that main story, Ghana to build 1,000 electric vehicle charging stations in 5 years, and said more education on protocols, legal procedures on land acquisition needed. This is very true, I think. Yeah.
All right, so on the Daily Guide, on the front page of the Daily Guide, we have David Ajay bows out after sexual allegations. Oh, right. Interesting story right there. And drama over anti-LGBTQ as MPs debate bill. And evangelist prophetess jailed 12 years of stealing 265,000 Ghana cedis. Bawumia starts Ashanti tour. NPP opens parliamentary nominations for orphan constituencies. Well, what is orphan constituencies?
A constituency where they do not have an MP.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Orphan constituency, interesting.
All right, let's get into the Chronicle newspaper. Speaker Bagman orders all against anti-gay bill rise. But 275 MPs stay glued to their seats. Please vote for me. I'll win 2024 for NPP. This is Alan Chebatain speaking. Lepers grateful to Bawumia for giving them Ghana cards. Fire officer jailed for beating bailiff. And of course, there's the scripture for the day, taken from Leviticus chapter 18, verses 22. Do not have sexual relations with a man as one does with a woman. That is abominable.
Wow. Interesting. Very interesting.
Whoever is in charge of the scriptures at the Chronicle.
He's so, like, the person is so good. He needs a raise.
He always gets it right.
He always gets it right.
Fit for purpose.
Always.
I mean, there's a debate on an anti-LGBT bill in Parliament.
Did you watch it yesterday?
And this quite interesting.
Did you hear what the Minister of Communication said?
Ursula Kufu?
Yes. That part.
We're going to get into it.
That part.
We're going to get into it.
All right, so let's check out the Daybreak paper. We have LGBTQI plus is madness, and that's by Dan Botrin. Lepers sing thank you song for Dr. Bawumia. I'm the new hope of NPP, says Alan Tremantin. Dribbling of hot water into baby's genital is dangerous. That's by a pediatrician.
But that's a practice our old folks used to engage in ever since we were kids.
It's so, I don't know. Somebody wrote something on Facebook that I saw yesterday. He was like, she was like, who told them that it's something that is supposed to be done?
Exactly.
Who told our parents or our grandparents that you're supposed to be squeezing our arms and throwing us upside down?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the things we're subjected to as kids, we're not based on any scientific research.
Yeah.
So I think it's just what you want to tempt, common knowledge, common practice among our old folks
Yeah.
and what they also grew up with.
Yeah.
What they were introduced to is what they passed on to us.
True.
So basically, but now science is disputing some of these things. And I think that with the research and the evidence that is coming out, some of these practices should be just abolished and then we move on. All right, let's move into the Supreme newspaper. I remain best candidate to break the 8. Alan assures delegates. Ghana Gas goes big on energy transition. Napos defamers apologize to him for lying over busy internet contract award. Help for Remember Asi Daiti as group donates for her to undergo surgery on her spinal cord. John Kuma donates clothing items to over 1,000 widows in Edgeso. NPP excludes Asin North for MENA in orphan constituencies nomination opening. Supreme newspaper there.
All right, so on the Business and Financial Times, we have here ACEP questions 750 million US dollars, 15-year extension of AKSA's deal, while 510 million US dollars Amari plant rots away. Lack of protection for innovations worrying. Over 800,000 Ghana cards uncollected. Some 2.5 million people yet to register. Tax. Betting firms pay 450 million cedis as tax in 4 years. And that's what we have for the Business and Financial Times.
All right, let's continue with the Business Finder. Front page says, mining. Ghana needs clear vision for broader economic growth. This is according to a tax expert. Republic Bank family plans a way forward. Ghana Tourism Development Project, World Bank Lords Dr. Awal. That's the front page of the Business Finder. I also have the Anchor newspaper. Anchor says, near blows in Parliament over anti-gay bill after secret homosexual advocates go silent. 3 Kwadaso SDA student nurses suspended over leaked porno video. Access to potable water increased in Bilsa South as MP repairs 43 broken boreholes. Family threatens to sacrifice man for refusing to succeed father as fetish priest.
Wow. Things are happening. Things are
Quite
really happening in the country. Things are really happening in the country.
Well, he no longer has the right to choose what and who he wants to be.
He can't choose. He can't. He has no right.
That's serious.
It's his birthright. All right, so let's head over to citynewsroom.com and some headlines here on citynewsroom.com. 29-year-old architect speaks on,
speaks on inspiration behind refurbished Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park.
Yes, because something just popped up right now. Okay, Ayawaso Central MCEs resign. Mahama shades MPP as he congratulates Kwesen. Nkrumah Memorial Park, one of a kind, acting director says, and MPP to open nominations for primaries in orphan constituencies in July 11th. And that's all we have here on citynewsroom.com.
All right. If you're looking for some business news as well, you can log on to citybusinessnews.com where you can get all the latest in the world of business. There's also citysportsonline.com for all the latest in the world of sports. And talk about sports, we have a review coming up. Stay with us. Well, it's time now for the sports review, and let's begin with some news from women football. And just the Women African Cup of Nations 2024 is just around the corner. We understand the draw is today, so let's get the details in the story. And says WAFCON 2024, Ghana's Black Queens will discover their path to the 2024 Women's AFCON when the draw for the tournament is held on Thursday by the Confederation of African Football. The draw will take place in Rabat, Morocco at 5 p.m. Ghana time, and it will be streamed live on all of CAF's social media channels. For Ghana, the draw will mark out the journey to the Women's AFCON after failing to make the last tournament after the Black Queens were eliminated by Nigeria over 2 legs. Let's now move into some transfer news, and we're going to France, where PSG president Nasser Al-Khelaifi says Kylian Mbappe must sign a new contract if he wants to stay at Paris Saint-Germain. Al-Khelaifi was speaking at a news conference to introduce Luis Enrique as PSG's new manager following the sacking of Christophe Gaultier. Mbappe has the option of a further year when his deal expires after next season, but has said that while he plans to stay with the French champions for the 2023-2024 campaign, he does not intend to activate the contract extension. Al-Khelaifi spoke to introduce Luis Enrique at the start of the news conference before making his comments about Mbappe after the Spaniard had spoken to the media. Well, interesting times ahead in the world of sports, especially with the football season just around the corner. PSG made some money moves. Now we're seeing a lot of transfers also into the Gulf area. And now, well, there is an ultimatum for Kylian Mbappe. Either extend your contract or make a move. This is coming from the president of PSG. Well, that's it for the Sports Review. Stay with us right here on Breakfast Daily. We have some more.